Hey everybody, you know who it is. It's your girl, Sincerely Sasha. Thank you so much for coming and catching another video today. If you've not done it already, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I do a video. And make sure that you smash that like button so let people know that you like my content. So the name of this video today is, I don't know. When I edit it, I will put it on the screen. It's been a crazy morning. I got on my Chromebook and tried to do my video and my camera is black. That's what you get when you let your kids use your stuff all the time. So I am a little out of sorts, but I have a lot to say today. So first of all, I'm gonna start off on a positive note because a lot of my videos about CNA is rants. And I'm going to rant a little bit, but it's going to be later. I'm going to give y'all something positive and tell y'all what happened from that. So I usually work third shift and I worked day shift on the weekend because my mom, who usually helps me with my girls, works third shift on Saturdays. Well, I found out now that she's now working day shift on Saturday too. And I work with Clipboard. So, Clipboard is not playing about attendance now. If you cancel a shift, even if you cancel 3 days plus in advance, they still punish you for it. So I had booked the day shift. I was like, man, if I cancel it, they're going to deactivate my account again because my account's already been suspended like 2 times for canceling because I was working full time the other place and double booked myself and didn't realize it. So it's already been suspended like 2 times already. So I was like, I can't cancel it. So I worked day shift and it was a breeze. It was like a different world to work day shift. Now, bear in mind, it was a Saturday, but everybody I worked with was agency. I worked with 2 other aides that were agency, and I think the nurses I didn't even have a CMT that day. I think they were all nurses. All the nurses were from the facility, but the 2 other aides I worked with were all agency. So it was really good. We teamed up. We worked together. If we had people with Hoyers, we would come and find each other and help with the Hoyer lifts. It was just a bomb day. I just told on my age. It was like a really good day. And there was a resident that said she had just came from the hospital because I guess I was on like a rehab unit. So she was like, you and the other CNA, let's call her Ashley. You and Ashley have been the best CNAs that I've had here. I've been here since the beginning of the month. You all have been the best CNAs I've had. And she wrote our names down. She was like, I'm going to let them know that you have been the best CNAs. And I have not gotten a compliment like that as a CNA forever. I do my job. I treat people like I would want to be treated if I was in that predicament. I treat people like I would want someone to treat my family. But I've not actually gotten a compliment. Maybe it's because I'm working third shift and you really don't get to talk to them a lot on thirds. But that warmed my heart. Really, it did. So she wrote our names down. Y'all tell me why I'm supposed to work for this facility again tomorrow. And I got a message bright and early today that they canceled me. I knew that. I knew it was going to happen. And that ties into what I'm going to talk about here in a minute. What's the problem? I already knew that they were probably going to do that because they don't appreciate hard workers no more. They don't appreciate hard, good workers that actually come in there and care about people. They don't care for that. These facilities, they like drama. I don't know what it is. I don't know why you would want somebody to be, maybe it's a statistical fact or something that I'm missing that says the people that create a toxic work environment are the ones who get to work in peace. That seemed like a little bit like an oxymoron to me. I don't know about what it seems like to you. But I kind of knew. I said, you know what? We're agency too. And the other girl that she talked about, the other girl that worked with me, and I ain't ashamed to give a female her props at all. If you pretty, you pretty. I'm pretty, you pretty, we're pretty. Never been a hater. She was a dime piece. So I don't know what it is about pretty CNAs. It's a problem if we come in and do our jobs. But they canceled me. So now let me tell you about the other place I worked in. Now here's where the rant comes in. I worked at a facility the other night and I got there at 7:00 on time, which Clipboard, I'm tell you something about Clipboard. If you work for Clipboard, please make sure you punch in when you get there because they will play with you. If you forget to clock in, they will make you wait on your money. And when I called customer care, they told me that I was initially going to have to wait 2 to 3 days. By the grace of God, I got my money later on that day at like 3 o'clock. But still, I had to wait on my money. I didn't like that. So yeah, if you work on clipboard, please remember to clock in. So I got to this facility at 7 o'clock on time, as usual. Like everywhere I go, you have to have, your 35 to 45 minutes that you're waiting on people to show up on time so you can see where you're going to be working. So we're sitting around waiting to see who's going to show up. Okay, used to that. So I didn't initially get on the floor until probably about 7:45, 7:50. And we had 4 CNAs. So I had a certain group and I'm like, okay, cool. Now they didn't tell me, anticipate that we might just have 3, and they knew they was probably going to have 3. They work with these people. They know who's going to show up and who. This facility, CNAs, facility BS. So I got my group, got on the floor about 7:45, 7:50, started working. Was given report by a chick, and I think that chick was on drugs because she was doing a little bit too much. What did she say? I was catching funnies on the chick though, because what did she say? Y'all, I'm remember what she said. Hold on. She said she was leaving, and she was like, I'm leaving. I'm getting up out of here. It's 11 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, we'll leave. But I mean, she was on one. That's just something I remember. Like she was tweaking. She was tweaking. I don't care what nobody say. But she gave me a report, and I'm just going off what she giving me. So she told me about these last 2 rooms I had. And she said, now just check them at the end of your shift. You just check them, and they'll tell you that they don't need to be changed, but they do. But just check them at the end of your shift. Okay, well, I'm not knowing that it's going to change at 11 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, well, I was going to check them at 11 o'clock for sure. Like I wasn't literally going to wait until 6 o'clock in the morning because I got off at 7. I won't go wait until no 6 o'clock in the morning to check nobody. So I was going to check them, at 11 o'clock and then proceed on with my night. Well, lo and behold, at 11 o'clock, people ain't showed up. And we're doing the same. I keep messing with my ponytail, y'all. I'm sorry because I'm not used to my braids. I'm sorry, y'all. But lo and behold, we waiting on people to show up once again. So we got to do the same song and dance that we did at 7. We got to sit here for 45 minutes and figure out who's doing what. Bear in mind, I haven't touched these 2 guys because I didn't know that we were going to be switching at 11 o'clock. So we sat there for about 45 minutes. They finally tell me what we doing. Well, this other aide that works for the facility took those last 2 guys. So I'm just like, well, hopefully she gets up and checks them. It technically is the beginning of a new shift. You're taking a new group. Go ahead and check them now. It probably wouldn't have been as bad as it was. The CMT comes in, and I'm going to tell y'all CMT is something, different states, it's called different things. CNAs that administer medications. In Kentucky, it's CMTs, and Indiana is QMAs, qualified medication aides. It's different names, different places. I'm going to tell y'all something. Some of y'all that have become CNAs that can pop these pills, that is great for you. Kudos to you. That's great. But you're not a nurse, boo. You're not a nurse. You're not. You cannot do treatments. You cannot start IVs. If somebody codes, you are not the one that's supposed to be giving directions to anybody. You're not a nurse. And I don't care who gets mad about that. It is what it is. So I had a CMT that I had to deal with and 2 agency nurses. Well, I guess this CMT thought she was, I'm top of the top because these are agency nurses and this is an agency CNA. So her and the other aides sat there and complained about the job for like 2 hours. Now, pardon my language, but these residents ain't gonna stop pissing because you pissing and moaning up at the nurse's station. They sat up there and complained for about 2 hours about that job. I mean, loud, and these is hood chicks. They need to get more people. I listened to that for like 10 minutes. Me, I feel like this. It ain't no problem with me sitting on my hall where I can see my lights. So I'm just going to get up because I'm tired of hearing y'all complain, and I'm going to go down on my hall and sit where I can see my lights. That bothers people so bad. This is not the first time I've had beef with people because they feel like because I get up and walk away from them, I'm being stuck up, arrogant, or whatever. I don't care. I don't want to hear you complaining. Nobody wants to work, but we're here. So just work. Or if you're going to complain, keep it to a 15-minute minimum because ain't nothing going to change. So I go on my hall, doing my thing. I get up, I start doing my different residents or whatever. This CMT sneaks up on me because I don't have my lights on because I'm trying to be courteous to the residents. I don't really want to wake them up. So I turn on their light, but I turn it on dim because I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm not going to turn on a bright light to change them. This woman sneaks up on me. Hey, I'm back up like, girl, you don't know I could have PTSD. Anything could be going on. Mental health is real. Did you have so-and-so and so-and-so? I said, yeah, I had them, but I was going to change them, a little after 11 o'clock before I knew we were switching. Well, he's so messed up. He's sliding out the bed. And she done that like twice, y'all. So when I finally said, you know what? I'm going to say something, but I'm going to try to be peaceful. So I go in there and I'm like, hey, listen, I apologize for their condition. I said, I didn't know we was going to be switching. I was going to change them maybe a little after 11 o'clock because I was told that I could check them at the end of the shift. And that ain't how I operate. I was at least going to check them one more time before the morning time. Don't you know this CMT heard me because they slowed down. They both slowed down what they was doing. You know how you could tell people done heard you. She going to say, tell the aide, now you put his gown on. I said, oh. And I said it where they could hear it. I said, oh, we're doing the ignoring thing. I said, yeah, very mature. And I walked out the room. She didn't walk out and say nothing to me. She better not have. She better not have came out there and said a thing to me. Okay? And the night went on like that, y'all. So disrespectful. And even the agency nurses was complaining about how the girl was acting. That was my experience with that. CMT, like I said, CMTs, y'all not nurses. Quit acting like y'all run the show just because y'all can pop a pill. Because her attitude was over the top. Like the aide that she was working with wasn't the one complaining. And I seen both of them. They walking down the hall. Y'all know how it is. They walking down the hall, mad, huffing and puffing on the phone. I already know you texting whoever, text them. So I know that if you get DNR'd from Clipboard, that they will suspend your account, deactivate your account until they figure out, they investigate the nature of why you were DNR'd. So you know what I did? Because I ain't new to this, I'm true to this, I DNR'd myself. Checkmate. Got right on that line and DNR'd myself. Some of y'all people at these facilities, hey, y'all need to start appreciating y'all's agency CNAs a little bit more than that. If they wrong, they wrong. Tell your people and go on about your business. But because they made it vocal, I already knew it was going to be something, so I took care of it before then. Y'all pray for me because I am trying so hard to while I have to do this, to just be cool. I don't want to catch a charge in a CNA job when I know I want to be doing something else. I could be doing something better. I'm just trying to find, it's just ain't in God's timing right now for me to do it. Y'all, please pray for me that I don't catch no charge in one of these nursing homes. Oh, by the way, which reminds me, when I do this description, because I have PayPal, but I don't know if I have like a tag name or something. I just done it to like pay for subscriptions. But I am creating a CNA program specifically for situations like this, interpersonal relations between CNAs and agency CNAs and nurses. So we can possibly solve this problem of these nasty attitudes in these facilities. And I'm going to put my PayPal name on my description. So if you want to donate to that cause, you can, because y'all, yeah. It's definitely a problem that needs to be solved. But anyway, y'all, thanks for listening. I hope y'all watched the whole video. Again, subscribe, like, hit that notification bell. I will see y'all later.